Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Teacher Luis, your mommy tutor. Today, I will be discussing about slope. Okay, so slope is the steepness of the line, or it can also be the change in y over the change of x. Okay, so to get the slope, there are many ways on how to get the slope of a line. But if the given are 2 points or coordinates, then we will be using the formula m is equal to change in y over change in x. So by the way, m is the symbol for slope. So the change in y is the coordinates, the two coordinates given, okay, or the 2 points. So we have to designate and you have to know where's the y and where's the x in every coordinates. So in a coordinates, this one here, the first one is always the x and the second one is the y. So if this is the x and y, so let's designate this as x1 and y1. And this one here, the next one will be x2 and y2. So to get the slope of these two coordinates here, we have to use the formula m is equal to y2 less y1 over x2 less x1, which is equal to y2 is 5, y1 is 2. So minus 2 over x2 is 2 minus x1, which is 1. So 5 minus 2 will be 3 and 2 minus 1 will be 1. So the slope of the line is 3 over 1, or this can also be written as 3 only. Because remember that if you're dealing with fraction and if the denominator is 1, it is usually equal to a whole number. So this is the slope. Okay, another one. What if the coordinates given has a negative sign? So same thing pa rin, you just need to identify where's the x and the y. Okay, so for this one, identify again, this is as x sub 1, y sub 1, x sub 2, and y sub 2. So using the formula, slope is equal to y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Substitute, y2 is 2 minus y1 is 5 over x2 is 1 minus x1 is minus 3 or negative 3. So, what will happen pag ganito siya? Okay, so again, ang gagawin natin, 2 minus 5 will be 3, but the sign of 5 here, or the sign of the answer, will be negative. Because remember, 5 here is bigger and the sign of 5 is negative. Over, negative, negative, anong mangyayari? The final sign of this one will be positive. So, that will be 1 plus 3, which is equal to 4. So, this is the slope of these given points. Now, how are we going to use the slope if we're going to graph this? So, you have to remember that in graphing equations using a slope, kailangan you know that the 3 here will be the rise and then the 1 here will be the run. So, when we say rise over run, it's the y-axis here, the 3, and the 1 here will be the one with the x-axis. So, pag sinabi natin 3 over 1, when we say that, 3, you have to go up 3 times. And then you have to go to the right 1 time. That is if it's if the slope is positive. So, there's 2 ways on how to do this pag positive siya. Going up, it will be going up, and then going right. Okay, so up, yung y mo, going right yung x mo. Or, another one is going down yung y mo and going left yung x mo. Because remember, kapag going up, going right, that is positive, positive, which is equal to a positive sign. For this one, going left, it's a negative, and going down, it's also a negative. So, negative times negative, it's still equal to a positive final sign. Okay? So, that's how you do it pag the slope is positive. Now, what if the slope has a negative or positive, negative and positive sign? So, it will be opposite. Okay, so when we say opposite, so this can be written actually as negative 3 over 4. So, anong ibig sabihin ng negative 3 over 4? Pwede kasing yung 3 nandoon sa taas or pwede rin yung 3, it's not the 3, I'm sorry. Pwede rin yung 3 or yung negative can be on top or can be down. So, if we are to use this as a way to get the equation or the graph of a line, so we can do it as going up. If it's like this, so either way, so pwede siyang negative 3 over 4 or it can also be this negative pertains to the 4 there. So pwede nating gagawin as going down, since the negative here is negative 3, going down negative, and then going to the right positive. Okay? So, if you are to multiply the signs, negative, positive, the final sign will still be negative. Or, it can also be going up, positive, and then going to the left, negative. Which is when you multiply negative, positive, the final sign will still be negative. Okay, so that's how we graph or we use this slope when we try to graph the given points. Okay, so you might be wondering how to do it. So doing that, we can use or we can do it as this way. Let's say this one, if we are to graph this here, okay, so let's say that the points, it's 3, 1. So let's say 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so if we wanted to know the graph of this one, let's see. So the slope, we use these coordinates here, 1, 2. So x is 1, y is 2. So x is 1, y is 2, positive, positive, so it's here. That's the point. And then the other one is 2/5. X is 2 here, and the y is 5. So let's say 3, 4, 5. It's somewhere here. So x 2/5 and the y is 5. There. So if we are to connect this, we can connect this line already. But if we wanted to extend this line here, we can use the slope already. This is slope here. Because the difference from 2 to 5, that will be 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. And then from here, 1, 2, 3, 1. Okay? It's rise over run. So 3 up, 1 right. So 3 up, 1, 2, 3, 1. Because 2 and 3, imagine. And then, we can move this one up again. Okay? Pero since this one, sobra-sobra na here and there's other number here, why don't we use the other one going down na lang? Okay? So, going down, ganun din. So, this is 2. Going down, 1, 2, 3. Okay? So, 1 from here. 1, 2, 3, 1. Okay, so this is the other points. And then, 1, 2, 3 here. So 1, 2, 3, 1. Okay? So if we try to graph this one, we will get this point. So these are the points. Okay? And this is how your graph looks like. So let's put, oh, I don't have red anymore. Okay? So this will be the graph. So as you can see here, it will be, the points here will be 2, 5. Ayaw lahat. Let me just write it here. 2, 5. And then the other one will be 1 and 2. The other points will be, the x will be what? The x will be 0 and the y is 1. And the next point will be 1 and 1, 2, 3. So that will be, this is 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1 and 4. So these are the points. Now, if you are to check, if you get the same slope, you can just subtract them. Okay, so this one will be y1 and y2. y2, this will be y1. x1, y1. It can also be x2, y2. So, if you are to graph this, by the way, this will be negative. And this will also be negative. Okay? Why negative? Because it is down. Up will be the positive y, and then down, going down will be negative y. And this one also here, it will also be negative 1. Okay, why negative 1? Because it's on the left side already. Remember that when we go to the left, it will be negative side after the 0 here. And when we go down, it is also be negative. Okay, so if we are to check if we get the same slope here, because remember, the slope of this one, in every points here in between them, it should be the same. So to check that, ang mangyayari, if this is x1 and y1, x2 and y2, so m is equal to negative 1 minus 2, which is minus 2 here, and then 0 here, minus 1. So, if we are to combine this, negative 1, negative 2, the answer will be negative 3 over negative 1, which is when we are dividing negative divided by negative, the final sign will be positive, and that will be 3. If you try to check, 3 and 3, they are the same. Okay? Same as the other one. So, if we are writing, or if you know the slope of a number, you have to remember that in every points here, the slope should be the same. Okay? Next. Now, what if we are to graph this? So, ganun pa rin ang mangyayari. If we are to graph this naman, so we can have a line from this one, 3, 4. So, let's say that we have a graph here like this. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so how are we going to graph this one? So this one, negative 3, 5. So negative 3, this should be the x here. Okay, negative 3 and 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But this is negative, so it should be on top. So negative 3, 1, 2, 3, negative 3, and positive 5. So it's here. And then 1 and 2. So positive 1, positive 2, it's somewhere here. So we can make another graph using this one. So negative 3, positive 4. So kapag negative 3, we can go down 3 times. So start from here, which is 2. So 1, 2, 3. So it should be here. And then 4. X should be 4. So starting from 1, you have to count 1, 2, 3, 4. And then here. So the next coordinate will be positive 5 and negative 1. So we can now connect this line. Cannot be. So we can now connect this line here. So again, as you can see, it's a straight line. Wait, let me just get another one. Let's use this na lang. There. Okay, now, if you want to check if you get the slope of this one, the 1 and 2, and the 5 and negative 1, if you'll get the same as this one, let's check. Let's say this is the x1, y1, x2, y2. So slope here, y2 will be negative 1 minus 2 over x1 will be 5 minus 1. Doing that, negative 1, negative 2 will be negative 3 over 5 minus 1 will be 4. So it's still negative 3 over 4, which is the same as this one. Okay, so that's how we graph equation using a slope. Okay, bye!